In terms of how I got to Essencework, how did I come to be doing this work and where did this work come from? My mother was a psychologist. She's about to turn 95 and just told me recently that she's finally retired and has no more clients. But at an early age, I was introduced to looking into ourselves. Because she was a therapist and a counselor, I was introduced to that process of inner work, of inner exploration. And I found it fascinating, and I was really curious about it, and I wanted to know more about it. I also was an athlete. I was a competitive swimmer, and I ended up at UCLA in Los Angeles on the swim team there, and eventually ended up, once I finished swimming and at uni, I ended up on the staff as a coach there, working with Olympic gold medalists and world record holders. And I learned a lot about helping people to actualize their potential. I later on got into acting, as you do, living in LA, and trained as an actor and worked with a brilliant acting coach. What was fascinating about that acting coach is, for him, acting was about the pursuit of the truth and truth coming through in the work. And that aligned so much with my own interest and inquiry that I had always enjoyed and always found what fascinated me, that discovery of the truth. I trained with that teacher and eventually began to teach acting and run my own acting workshops and had my own acting studio. And I also was continuing this process of my own inner work, which has been a part of whatever it is that I've been doing throughout my life. And that's how I eventually came to Essencework. I wanted to start sharing with other people what it is that I was learning, what it is that I was discovering. And throughout that, I've been married 30 years, so I have a wife, I have 2 grown children, and I've experienced all the joys of that, and by necessity, I've experienced all the difficulties of that, all the challenges of being a husband and a father and a family man as I'm living my life in the world. And that all of that has given me, it gave me a lot to work on and a lot to explore and a lot to discover and a lot to have to find out about. That's become so useful, not only in terms of what I bring to my family and what I bring to what it is that I do, but it's taught me so much that has me able to bring what I've learned to the people that I work with. And the work, Essencework isn't therapy, and I am not a therapist. I'm not particularly interested in therapy in the sense of fixing something that's wrong, fixing something that's broken. I don't take a perspective that someone that comes to work with me who's experiencing difficulties is broken. The way that I look at it is, well, there's something interfering, there's something obscuring, there's something that's getting in the way of this person living more fully their potential. And so the work that I do, I work as a guide, I work as a coach. In terms of, I work as a teacher, some people see me as a teacher, in order to help a person to discover their own deepest truth, their own inner truth, their own inner path, and begin to connect more fully with their potentiality so that they can live that potentiality in the world. So that, for me, that's what Essencework is, that's how I came to it, and that's what it's about.